Alright, welcome back. Let's continue on with Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft right here. So now you can see up here at the top, we're going to take a look at some subclass options. And they got one for the Bard here called the College of Spirits. So Bards of the College of Spirits seek tales with inherent power. So they're going to get power from a story, be they legends, histories, or fictions, and bring their subjects to life. Using occult trappings, these bards conjure spiritual embodiments of powerful forces to change the world once more. Such spirits are capricious, though, and what a bard summons isn't always entirely under their control. So they get a few things at third level right here. Looks like several of them. The first, guiding whispers. You can reach out to spirits to guide you and others. You learn the guidance cantrip, which doesn't count against the number of bard cantrips you know. For you, it has a range of 60 feet, so an extra cantrip's first thing granted. Next year, spiritual focus. You employ tools that aid you in channeling spirits, be they historical figures or fictional archetypes. You can use the following objects as a spell casting focus for your bard spells. So you can use a candle, crystal ball, skull, spirit board, or Taroka deck. Starting at 6th level, when you cast a bard spell that deals damage or restores hit points through this spiritual focus, you get to roll a d6 and you gain a bonus to 1 damage or healing roll of the spell equal to the number rolled. So always good to get those extras. Another item at 3rd level here, Tales from Beyond. You reach out to spirits who tell their tales through you. While you're holding your spiritual focus, you can use a bonus action to expend 1 use of your bardic inspiration and roll on the spirit tales table, which we see to the side, using your bardic inspiration die to determine the tale the spirits direct you to tell. You retain the tale in mind until you bestow the tale's effect or you finish a short or long rest. You can use an action to choose 1 creature you can see within 30 feet, and it can be you, to be the target of the tale's effects. You could help out somebody else in the party, an ally, or yourself. That's good. Once you do so, you can't bestow the tale's effect again until you roll it again. You can retain only 1 of these tales in mind at a time, so just 1 at a time here, and rolling on the spirit tale's table immediately ends the effect of the previous tale. If the tale requires a saving throw, the DC will equal your spell save DC. So they've got quite a few spirit tales. I believe there's about a dozen of them. Tale of the Clever Animal. For the next 10 minutes, whenever the target makes an intelligence, wisdom, or charisma check, the target can roll an extra die immediately after rolling the d20 and add the extra die's number to the check. So it's always good to get some additions to those d20s. The extra die is the same type as your bardic inspiration die. Second, Tale of the Renowned Duelist. You make a melee spell attack against the target. So this is specifically with spell attacks here. On a hit, the target takes force damage equal to 2 rolls of your bardic inspiration die plus charisma modifier. So it's a nice little extra. Third, Tale of the Beloved Friends. The target and another creature of its choice it can see within 5 feet of it gains temporary hit points equal to a roll of your bardic inspiration die, again plus the charisma modifier. Tale of the Runaway. The target can immediately use its reaction to teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space it can see. When the target teleports, it can choose a number of creatures it can see within 30 feet of it, up to your charisma modifier, to immediately use the same reaction. Fifth, Tale of the Avenger. For 1 minute, any creature that hits the target with a melee attack takes force damage equal to a roll of your bardic inspiration die. 6. Tale of the Traveler. The target gains temporary hit points equal to a roll of your bardic inspiration die plus your bard level. While it has these temporary hit points, the target's walking speed increases by 10 feet and it gains +1 to AC. 7. Tale of the Beguiler. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take psychic damage equal to 2 rolls of your bardic inspiration die, and the target is incapacitated until the end of its next turn. So that's a good extra. Number 8 here, Tale of the Phantom. The target becomes invisible until the end of its next turn or until it hits a creature with an attack. If the target hits a creature with an attack during this invisibility, the creature it hits takes necrotic damage equal to a roll of the bardic inspiration die and is frightened of the target until the end of the frightened creature's next turn. So there's quite a few little extras you can add right there. Now here's a few more. Number 9, Tale of the Brute. Each creature of the target's choice it can see within 30 feet of it must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes thunder damage equal to 3 rolls of your bardic inspiration die and is knocked prone. So that's good extras there. A creature that succeeds on its saving throw takes half as much damage and isn't knocked prone. Tail of the Dragon. The target spews fire from the mouth in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw, taking fire damage equal to 4 rolls of your bardic inspiration die on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. Some of these are getting more powerful. 11. Tail of the Angel. The target regains hit points equal to 2 rolls of your bardic inspiration die plus the charisma modifier, and you end one condition from the following list, like blinded, deafened, paralyzed, petrified, or poisoned. And then the last one, Tail of the Mindbender. You evoke an incomprehensible fable from an otherworldly being. The target must succeed on an intelligence saving throw or take psychic damage equal to 3 rolls of your bardic inspiration die and be stunned until the end of its next turn. So some good little extras there. And then at 6th level here, Spirit Session. Spirits provide you with supernatural insights. You can conduct an hour-long ritual channeling spirits, which can be done during a short or long rest, using your spiritual focus. You can conduct the ritual with a number of willing creatures equal to your proficiency bonus, including yourself. At the end of the ritual, you temporarily learn one spell of your choice from any class. That could be handy. The spell you choose must be of a level equal to the number of creatures that conducted the ritual or less. The spell must be of a level you can cast, and it must be in the school of divination or necromancy. The chosen spell counts as a bard spell for you, but doesn't count against the number of bard spells you know. Once you perform the ritual, you can't do so again until you start a long rest, and you know the chosen spell until you start a long rest. And then 14th level, Mystical Connection. You now have the ability to nudge the spirits of tales from beyond towards certain tales. Whenever you roll on the spirit's tales table, you can roll the die twice and choose which of the 2 effects to bestow. It'd be nice if it combined them, but looks like it's one or the other. If you roll the same number on both dice, you can ignore the number and choose any effect on the table. So there's what we have for the Bard here. If you look here, they've got some good artwork as always right here, sometimes giving examples of what can happen. So there's one subclass option, College of the Spirits. So Bards, you'll probably like this one right here. Down in the comments, let me know how it goes during gameplay. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.